This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Stop scrolling if you're over 60 because you are likely making a fatal mistake every night that is leaching calcium straight out of your hips. Doctors see the results every day, shattered bones that refuse to heal. Yet, the solution is sitting in a simple cup of water you're currently ignoring. If you don't start this 2-minute ritual tonight, your next step could literally be your last. Stop scrolling if you are over 60 because you are likely making a fatal mistake every single night that is leaching the very strength from your hips and knees. Most people in their 60s believe they are doing everything right, walking, eating their vegetables, and keeping active, yet they are unknowingly walking on a sheet of thin glass. It doesn't scream, it doesn't itch, and it doesn't ache until the very moment it shatters. This is the tragedy of the silent snap, where a simple trip or a minor slip becomes a life-altering event that steals your independence and leaves you confined to a bed. Welcome to ElderFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. We are here because we refuse to let you become another statistic in the ward of broken dreams. There is a specific, almost invisible ritual that most seniors are ignoring, a 2-minute habit that could be the only thing standing between your current mobility and a permanent wheelchair. It involves a tiny 5-cent seed sitting in your kitchen cabinet, waiting to be activated. If you don't start this tonight, your next step tomorrow could literally be your last. Before we reveal the science that your doctor probably hasn't mentioned yet, please take a moment to subscribe to ElderFit Nutrition. Your support gives us the motivation to continue uncovering these life-saving nutritional truths for our community. The reality of aging after 60 is that your body no longer forgives neglect. Your legs are the pillars of your freedom. But as we cross this decade, the biological clock begins to work against the very muscles and nerves that keep us upright. We often blame old age for the heaviness in our limbs or the occasional stumble, but the truth is far more sinister. It is a systemic failure of circulation and repair that happens while you sleep. When you close your eyes at night, your body enters a critical phase of maintenance. But for most seniors, that maintenance crew is arriving at a construction site with no materials. This is where Fennel seed water changes the entire equation. It isn't just a drink. It is a delivery system for 87 active compounds that target the inflammation and sluggishness that settle in your lower extremities. Imagine your digestive tract relaxing, your blood vessels dilating, and your internal systems finally having the peace to focus on what matters, keeping you mobile. This video is a journey into the heart of senior resilience, and by the end, you will understand why this 1 cup of warm water is the most important decision you will make all day. We are talking about preventing the decay that turns vibrant seniors into shadows of themselves. Stay with me, because the conclusion of this story isn't just about a seed. It's about your ability to walk into your future with confidence. Now, before we move into the deep biological mechanics, I want you to pause and reflect on your own journey. Please answer this small quiz in the comments section below. Which of these do you fear most as you age? A. Losing the ability to walk and becoming a burden to your loved ones. B. The constant nagging fear that a single fall could end your independence forever. Please comment A or B below. Your interaction helps us reach more people who desperately need this information. Most seniors feel fine until the very second they don't. And usually, by then, it is too late. The conversation about bone health usually starts after a fracture has already occurred, which is like trying to reinforce a dam after it has already burst. After the age of 60, your bone density isn't just a number on a medical chart. It is the physical manifestation of your freedom. What many fail to realize is that bone is a living, breathing tissue that is constantly being broken down and rebuilt. However, as we age, the breaking down part starts to move much faster than the rebuilding part. This is why we see so many active, healthy-looking people suffer from silent bone loss. They look strong on the outside, but inside their femur and hip bones have become porous, brittle, and dangerously fragile. This is where the specific mineral profile of fennel seeds becomes a genuine scientific marvel for the skeletal system. These seeds are remarkably dense with the exact raw materials your body requires to maintain a steel frame underneath your skin. When we look at the numbers, the impact is undeniable. Research indicates that 100 grams of these seeds contain approximately 588 milligrams of calcium. For someone over 60, this is a massive contribution toward the daily requirement needed to keep the skeletal structure dense. But calcium is only one piece of the puzzle. You could swallow all the calcium in the world, but without its essential partner, magnesium, that calcium might never reach your bones. Instead, it could end up hardening in your arteries or forming stones in your kidneys. Fennel seeds provide that magnesium in a perfectly balanced natural package. This mineral partnership is what allows your body to physically harden the bone matrix. Furthermore, fennel contains phosphorus and manganese, which act as the cement that holds the calcium tiles together. While you are resting, your body is desperately trying to repair the microfractures and wear and tear of the day. By drinking fennel seed water before bed, you are providing a concentrated dose of these bone-building blocks exactly when your metabolic repair cycle is at its peak. It is about giving your body the tools to renew its foundation while you sleep, ensuring that when you wake up and put your feet on the floor, you are standing on a structure that is reinforced from the inside out. Don't overlook the silence of your bones. They are either getting weaker or stronger every night, and the choice depends entirely on what you provide them before the lights go out. Beyond the structural integrity of your bones, there is an equally vital yet often neglected system that dictates whether you move with grace or struggle with every step: your circulation. For many individuals over 60, the end of the day brings a heavy, throbbing sensation in the lower limbs, a feeling as though your ankles have been shackled with invisible weights. This is not merely a sign of a long day. It is a signal that your vascular system is laboring to push blood back up against the relentless pull of gravity. When circulation becomes sluggish, metabolic waste products pool in your calves and feet, leading to the agonizing nightly rituals of swelling and those sudden, piercing muscle cramps that can bolt you upright in the middle of the night. This is where the chemistry of fennel seeds offers a profound, natural intervention through the power of potassium. Potassium is the master regulator of vascular tension. As we age, our blood vessels tend to become stiffer and more reactive to sodium, causing them to constrict and elevate the pressure within. A cup of fennel seed water provides a gentle, bioavailable surge of potassium that signals these vessels to dilate and relax. This relaxation is not just about numbers on a blood pressure monitor. It is about physical relief. It allows oxygen-rich blood to reach the starving tissues of your legs and helps the veins more efficiently clear out the fluids that cause evening edema. But the relief goes deeper than just blood flow. Fennel is rich in quercetin, a potent flavonoid that acts as a natural brake on the inflammatory pathways that irritate the nerves and muscles of your legs. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is often the hidden culprit behind the restless feeling that prevents so many seniors from finding a comfortable position in bed. By dampening this internal heat, you are effectively quietening the noise within your legs. Imagine the transition from a state of constant, dull ache to one of cool, rhythmic flow. This is the difference between a night spent fighting your own body and a night where your circulation works in harmony with your rest. When your legs are no longer a source of discomfort, your entire nervous system can finally descend into the deep, restorative sleep necessary for total body healing. As the world outside goes quiet and you drift into sleep, your body begins its most critical night shift, a period of intense cellular surveillance and repair that is especially vital for the lower extremities. For the senior over 60, this is the time when the body attempts to fix the microscopic damage caused by every mile walked and every hour stood. However, there is a silent predator that often sabotages this repair process: unstable blood sugar. Even if you haven't been diagnosed with a metabolic condition, the way your body handles glucose overnight can determine the health of your feet and toes for years to come. Nighttime blood sugar spikes act like sandpaper on the delicate lining of your smallest blood vessels and the protective sheaths of your nerves. This is the primary reason many seniors experience that terrifying pins and needles sensation or a gradual loss of feeling in their feet, a condition that directly leads to the balance issues and falls we discussed earlier. Fennel seed water acts as a dedicated guardian during this vulnerable window. The active compound anethole has been shown in biochemical research to support the pancreas and enhance insulin sensitivity while you rest. By helping to keep your glucose levels within a narrow, healthy range, you are effectively shielding the peripheral nerves in your legs from sugar burning. This protection is essential because once a nerve in the foot is severely damaged, the path back to full sensitivity is long and difficult. Furthermore, while these compounds manage your internal chemistry, the volatile oils like fenchone and estragol are working on a muscular level. They act as natural antispasmodics, ensuring that the muscles of your thighs and calves don't stay locked in a state of tension throughout the night. This dual action, protecting the nerves from chemical damage and the muscles from physical strain, creates the perfect environment for true recovery. When you wake up the next morning, that first step out of bed shouldn't be a test of pain or a search for balance. It should be a confident, stable movement. By providing your body with this nightly infusion, you are ensuring that your internal repair crew has the exact tools they need to maintain the vitality of your legs, keeping the silent decay at bay, and ensuring that your foundation remains as strong and responsive as it was decades ago. The path to reclaiming the strength and stability of your legs does not require an expensive pharmacy or a complex medical procedure. It begins with a simple, intentional ritual in the quiet of your own kitchen. To unlock the biological armor hidden within these seeds, you must treat the preparation with the respect it deserves. Take 1 to 2 teaspoons of organic fennel seeds and rinse them briefly under cold water to remove the dust of the world. Place them into a small pot with roughly 8 ounces of water and bring it to a rolling boil. However, the true secret lies in the simmer. Reduce the heat and let the seeds dance in the water for 5 to 10 minutes. This is not just cooking. It is the process of extraction, where the heat breaks down the tough outer hulls to release the volatile oils and minerals we have discussed. Once the water turns a pale golden hue, strain the liquid into your favorite mug. Drink it while it is still warm, ideally 30 minutes before you tuck yourself in for the night. This timing allows the compounds to begin their work just as your body's repair cycles initiate. However, true wisdom at 60 means acknowledging that every body is a unique landscape. Because fennel contains compounds that can naturally mimic estrogen, those with a history of hormone-sensitive conditions must consult their physician before making this a nightly habit. Furthermore, if you are currently taking prescribed blood thinners or managing advanced diabetes with medication, a quick conversation with your doctor is essential to ensure these natural compounds harmonize with your treatment. We are not looking for a temporary fix or a reckless miracle. We are building a foundation of informed, sustainable health. Listen to the signals your body sends you. If you feel a sense of lightness and ease in your steps after 2 now weeks, you know you have found a powerful ally. This ritual is an act of self-love, a commitment to ensure that your legs remain the sturdy vessels that carry you toward your future adventures. As we reach the end of this journey together, I want you to take a moment to look at your hands and your feet. They have carried you through 6 decades of life, through every triumph and every hardship you have ever faced. They are the physical record of your history. But after 60, the relationship we have with our bodies must change from one of consumption to one of stewardship. We can no longer take our mobility for granted. We cannot assume that the strength we had yesterday will be there tomorrow if we do not actively nourish the source. This story of the fennel seed is a reminder that nature often hides its greatest treasures in the smallest packages, waiting for us to be wise enough to notice them. Your health is not a final destination that you reach and then stop. It is a continuous, beautiful conversation between the choices you make today and the person you will be 10 years from now. The deepest lesson we can draw from this is that true health is not found in dramatic, expensive overhauls, but in the quiet consistency of small, informed actions. We often wait for a crisis, a fall, a fracture, or a diagnosis, before we decide to change. But the most powerful medicine is the one that prevents the crisis from ever happening. The application of this lesson to your life is simple. Do not wait for the silent snap to value your bones. Do not wait for the pins and needles to value your nerves. Start tonight. Let the steam from that warm cup of fennel water be a signal to your nervous system that it is safe to rest and that it has the materials it needs to rebuild. When you choose to invest 2 minutes into this ritual, you are not just drinking a tea. You are casting a vote for a future where you remain independent, vibrant, and capable of walking wherever your heart desires. You deserve a life that is not limited by the frailty of your frame, and that life begins with a single golden cup. What is one small, healthy habit you have started recently that has made a difference in how you feel? Please share your perspective in the comments below so we can all learn from each other's experiences and find new ways to stay healthy together. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel to support our mission and stay updated on more deep dives into senior health and nutrition. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating content that matters.